What's going on, guys? Time for another product review. Just got done shooting some images in the studio for this. This is a new Tranx offering. I'm a monstrous fan of Tranx ever since the 300 and 400 came out. This is another addition to the lineup. So now Tranx is a pretty complete lineup. This is the 150A. So there's now a 150, a 200, a 300, a 400, and a 500 in Tranx, which is basically a saltwater designed low profile bait cast reel. So where is this 150 going to play for people, and what technologies are in it? So let's just walk right through everything. So the features of this is going to be a reel I think that's really going to play well for the inshore enthusiasts, and also play in freshwater really well, brackish water, but you know, snook, redfish, speckled sea trout fishing, anything inshore. This is going to be a really comfortable reel. I know that for a lot of the Gulf Coast anglers, especially Texas anglers, they far prefer using conventional low profile bait casting over spinning. So this is just another addition, and it's super lightweight. It feels good in the hand, and it's got a lot of features. So let's just walk through them. First one, Hagane body. It's got the all metal aluminum body or frame on this one that offers the most in rigidity, basically to keep everything in line, gearing, spool, everything. You know, when you're fishing inshore fish, saltwater fish are notoriously strong, so this reel is going to have that frame that's going to be able to handle that abuse. The other thing, which I think is a monstrous upgrade over anything else, is the Svs Infinity Braking. So that is basically externally adjustable braking from 1 to 6, and basically what it is, if you open up the side, it's a race. So we have our VBS braking inside the spool here, and the pins are either up or down. So when they're in the down position, that means they are on or active. When you click them up, that means they are off, and these come out of the factory with 3 on and 3 off. If you need more control and you're new to bait casting, I would suggest clicking a couple extra ones down, so you can go 4 on, 2 off, or you can go all of them on, none of them off. And as you get progressively better, you can lock them in the upward position to disengage them. The more that are locked in the upward position, the further distance you're going to get to cast. But the way Svs Infinity Braking works is that this dial controls a race that pushes down into those brake pads. And so if you turn it to number 6, the race basically pushes all the way down, forces the paddles outward. That means they're active and on, and they're going to offer the most cast control. So if you turn the corner on a point and all of a sudden you're into the wind, you can easily dial this up to 4, 5, or 6 and offer more backlash prevention. If you're casting with the wind and you dial it down to number 1, the race pulls back, allows them to flop in and out, and that disengages them and doesn't make them as active, allows you more casting distance. So externally adjustable, really great feature. I love Svs Infinity since I first tried it. First one was the Chronarch CI4 Plus years and years ago, and fell in love with the system. It works really well. Cross carbon drag, 13 pounds of drag in this little reel, so it's going to have the stopping power for those bull reds and everything else you're going to want to target. And the other thing, S3D spool and SARB bearings, so 3+1 shielded anti-rust bearings in this little Tranx 150A. Last thing, obviously, because it is saltwater, it does have Core Protect. The water treatment service doesn't add a heavier rotational feel to the reel, but it's going to offer you a little bit of extra protection when it comes to the corrosive nature of salt water. Again, guys, always maintain your reels. Here's a quick tip. I'm going to sidestep a little. Salt water is absolutely the most nasty thing on reels you will ever deal with. I mean, it chews through more stuff. Boats, reels, rods, guides, you name it, salt water will destroy it. I see a lot of people take their reels and hit them with a hose super hard at the end of the day. Don't do that. All you're doing is, if there is any salt inside any of the key areas, you're driving that salt further into the reel by hitting it with a hose. You want to mist them super gently. A thing that I like to do is I like to take Windex, so 25 to 50% Windex and the rest water in a spray bottle, and mist them and have that ammonia neutralize the salt. That'll help ensure your stuff lasts a very long time. So don't hit them with hard, fast water. Mist gently, almost like a rain. And then you want to use yourself, I like using, like I said, that a mix of Windex and water to help neutralize. It's available in 3 gear ratios. Now I know some of you are going to get mad at this. 6.3, 7.2, 8.2 to 1 in the right-handed. Unfortunately, right now, guys, only left-handed version is 7.2 to 1. But at least there is a left-handed version. So there is a 7.2 to 1 in the lefty, 6.3, 7.2, 8.2 to 1 available in the righty. When you talk gear ratios like that, basically depending how much you fill your spool, what size line you're using, that's roughly 25 to 26 inches of line per handle turn on that 6.3, roughly 29 inches of line per handle turn, almost 30 on the 7.2, and around 34 to 35 inches of line per handle turn on the 8.2 to 1. So plenty of speed depending on the techniques you like to throw, or if you want to crank or throw a silver minnow or something slower, you can drop down to that 6.3 to 1. I mentioned the 13 pounds of drag, but the other beauty is, like, you pick this thing up, it weighs nothing, 6.7 ounce weight. Okay, so super lightweight. If you're a guy that likes to make multiple casting situations or cast all day long like I do, I really appreciate having a lighter reel in my hand. The balance is better, everything becomes better. And lastly, the retail. I mean, this little reel, $294.99. I think it's a great addition to the lineup. It makes Tranx very similar to the Corrado series. Now, you know, you think of Corrado. Corrado now has a 70 MGL, a 150 MGL, a 200K, 150 DC, and a 300K. So there's a big, wide swath of Corrado. Well, this one's actually even got a further standing. So 150, 200, 300, 400, and 500 is now available in the Tranx. If you're into low-profile bait casting, guys, check out the Tranx series. I've been using the 300 and 400 down in Panama for a number of years now. Probably by far my favorite casting reel, whether it's muskie, pike, or I'm doing inshore, near shore. Even I've done yellowfin tuna up to 80 pounds on a Tranx 300. Great reels, great for jigging, great for a number of scenarios. There you have it. New product from Shimano, Tranx 150A. If you haven't, guys, do me a favor, click the subscribe button. It's crazy. I think like 89 or 90% of the people who watch the videos aren't subscribed. If you guys like videos like this where I walk through product, click subscribe, click to get notifications, and it'll end up in your feed when we do a new video. Hope everybody's doing well. Spring is right around the corner. Hope everybody has a phenomenal season fishing. We're going to continue to do new product for you guys, so stay tuned. More to come.